Hey guys, right now I'm just going to bring you a quick overview of the GSG-522 MP5, obviously. Um, Collapsible stock. It is full metal, which some people don't really like full metal bodies, but I do because I like a little bit more weight. The stock is ABS plastic, handguard, ABS plastic, polymer, things like that. Oh, it is a little bit heavy, uh, which, like I said, I like. Comes with a top rail like that and this handguard. Now, the thing is it had 4 connectors. There's a connector here that wires up to a fuse, another connector, and then it came out to another connector here. What I did was I switched everything to Dean's, so now it's a Dean's connector here, straight through to this. So 2 connectors, cut it down. You can either take off the handguard and put, a little 7.4 nunchuck or something like that in here, and then boom. But what I did is I took a blade and pretty much just made a little slit right there to where I can just pretty much slide this right on, put the wires in place, go ahead, clamp it up, and then the wires aren't pinched. I run a PEQ box with a 2000 milliamp 9.6. It'll be here this week. Extras that are on the gun are obviously, the vertical grip, the rail guards, and then the mock silencer. Comes with a 220 or 230 round high cap. I'm not a high cap user, I prefer mid caps myself. The red that you see is actually a crayon job. You can YouTube it, things like that. Charging handle, things like that. It says that it's blowback. Hop-ups right there, just like a standard MP5. I'm not a fan of the whole HK slap where you slap it down and let it fling, because I know people that have broken theirs like that. So here's this side pretty much. The rear sight, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's got like 5 different twistable ways that you can sit here and change how you want to look down the sights. Collapsible stock. Press this, boom, slides around, locks into place. Hoo-yah! And then TTU, there you go. Instead of buying one of those SMG mounts, I just took 3 zip ties and put my 1-point sling mount on there. Doesn't really bother me, it works just fine. The butt stock right there is rubber, so it actually grips to you, and then on top right here is rubber as well, so it's not plastic on your cheek. Instead it's just, it's a thin layer of rubber, so it's a little bit more comfortable. 2 body pin, just like a regular, MP5. Other than that, really, I mean, not much else to say. It's a metal, sturdy gun. If you prefer full stocks, I mean, I like full stocks. I like front handguards. I'm probably about to buy a railed full stock MP5 and just, switch them out how I'd like. If you want, you could take off the rail stock. I was thinking about getting the ICS adjustable stock. That thing is really sweet. But yeah, see, there's one of the connectors right there. It's, right there in the back. But yeah, overall, I like it. It was a good buy. I got it for $85, which I thought was a very, very, very good deal. I like small guns, and if you like heavier guns instead of the ABS plastic, I would very much recommend the GSG. If you want to see this thing in action, this weekend, the March 9th, me and fellow AWAR members will be going to Red Dawn 4 over in Joliet, Illinois. That video is going to take a little bit. I'm bringing 2 video cameras, or actually 3. I'm going to take pictures with my Nikon, videotape with my GoPro Hero 3, and then videotape with my Contour. And we're going to switch all day from gun footage, my helmet cam, on top of my helmet, on top of other people's helmets, on their helmets, on their guns, looking around third person. I'm going to follow the team around, I'm going to follow other people around, you know, it's going to be a lot of footage. But overall, it's a nice gun. Simply switching to Deans makes a world of difference. Like I said, they went a little ridiculous on the connectors. As you can see, it's just straight to a, you know, another connector here. Like I said, they had all stock small type Tamayas. They had the connector here, which fed a wire all the way through to right here, into a fuse, into another connector here, and then an extended connector that came out the front. There was a lot of connectors. So if you know how to, or know somebody that knows how to, I would do what I did and remove the fuse plus the 2 additional connectors. And if you just run like a 7.4 LiPo, all good for you. Just put it in the stock. You will never have to worry. Won't have to run a PEQ, nothing like that. But if you don't, like I said, I mean, look at that. Just a little space. Try it a few times, see if your wires fit in there. You do not want to pinch your wires, okay? Even the 9.6 PEQ style, where it's the 4-cell then the 3-cell, they fit in there. That's actually what came with this, but I'm not running that. Yeah, it's a good little MP5. Simple upgrades, because I know some people say they don't like the MP5 trigger because it's not as, I guess, crisp as an M4, because I don't know. That's what they say, but they're both version 2s. A simple motor upgrade to a high-speed motor and connector switch, and there you go. It is a lot better, so look into that. And we are on, holy crap, almost 8 minutes. Well, hope you like the review, I guess. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and ask me. Again, you will be seeing this thing in action at Red Dawn, March 9th. Currently, it has a AIM high-speed motor in it. I am debating on whether dropping the spring down to an M90. I have it, but I don't know if I want to put it in there just yet. So, and then switch over to Deans. So, you know, it's a little pimped out MP5. The handguard, you know, it's ABS plastic. If anybody remembers the Aftermath MP5s, that's, you know, same thing. This is pretty much what came on the Aftermaths. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, just go ahead and ask me. I'm not saying buy this MP5, I'm just saying I like it for what it is. It's full metal, you know, interchangeable. If you wanted to, you could put a full stock on it and rewire it to the back. It doesn't matter, it's whatever you'd like. Although the stock is a little wiggly, I'm going to take some electrical tape and retape over this and then tighten it all down. Thanks for dealing with this long video on it. Again, GSG-522 semi and full automatic. Forget about the 480 on the box. This was 12s, and they got it at 375 with the .2s. So I'm gonna guess about 360-ish. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and if you want, remember, look up the crayon job here. Alright, there's a couple different ways to do it. You can do it on a whole bunch of different makes. If you have trademarks and you can't see them, boom, red, yellow, purple, pink, rainbow, I don't care. You know, it looks pretty nice. A little different. So thank you guys for watching.